What's up guys, my name is Dean, aka the Blue Crusader, and welcome back to the channel. So yesterday, what we did is we added a brand new difficulty to Minecraft. We added the horror mode to Minecraft, which is a new difficulty which made all the mobs a lot harder than they are in Minecraft Vanilla, giving them brand new abilities, giving them more tougher stats, more health, crazy stuff. But I'm back with another game mode today. This is by the same creator, IG Minecraft, so I will link his video in the description below, so credit to him. But we're back with another game mode. This is actually going to be the hell game mode. So let's jump into it and see if it's tougher than the horror mode. Okay, so I've made note of everything we have to do, and I've already pre-set up the command block so that we can use it to actually summon the event. This one is a little bit more complicated. The reason for this is we actually need some items to start off with to actually spawn this event. So what we're going to do is I've already spawned all the materials required. We actually need to use 3 different iron blocks. Now I'm going to explain this in a minute, but basically if we drop a piece of redstone onto this iron block, it will create the first item. Then we drop a diamond onto another one, and we get another spawn egg, and finally a piece of gold gives us a third item. Now you may be wondering what these are. So we have the destroyer, we have the restorer, and we have the stabilizer. These are 3 different items which we're going to use to actually activate and deactivate the game mode, and it gives us a few different bonuses and abilities for using this. So I'm going to explain this in a few moments. So we now have all the materials we need, but that's because I spawned them. So you can also right click and it also gives you more materials here, which is useful because this is all you need to actually use the game mode. As you can see, everything should now be working. So let's move on. So now that we have the items, we can actually activate the game mode. So we're going to use this item called the destroyer. So basically this creates a weird turning redstone orb, and it flies off into the sky, and then the other half drills underground. And now you can see it's cutting all the way down into the earth, and that's going to activate the game mode. So now I'm just going to quickly spawn a sword, because we're going to actually need a sword for this. And now, in a few moments, there should be some smoke particles. You might be able to see them kind of around me. There's some smoke particles kind of in the air. You can see them on the flat blue background. And these particles will increase the longer that the hell mode's activated. So now it's activated, and it's going to make a few different things harder. So the first thing I'm going to cover is zombies. So when we spawn zombies, now we have a zombie, okay? Now this zombie looks normal. He looks like he's normal speed, right? He doesn't look any more dangerous than usual, but they are actually a lot stronger and they do more damage. So let's just see how much damage he does versus diamond armor. I have diamond armor on, and he's still doing 2 to 2.5 hearts of damage. That's pretty crazy, guys. Let's see how many hits it takes to kill him. So we have a diamond sword, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Already 12 hits with the diamond sword. 13, 14. Oh, okay, 14 hits to kill him. And you'll see what he's done is he spawned a mini zombie. Now these guys are super quick. I don't actually have a shield, because I haven't given myself a shield. Plus I'm in Minecraft 1.8. I think that's when they first added shields in 1.8 in the combat update. But I didn't have a shield. So these guys are called Risen. Okay, so every time you kill a zombie on the hell mode, they have a chance to spawn an additional zombie. And then those zombies have a chance to spawn another zombie. Okay, so the big zombies spawn mini zombies, and then when you kill the mini zombies, they have a chance to spawn a second mini zombie, or even more than one. And as you can see, they just keep coming. So I'm going to try and bait this guy to stay in the water, just so he stays slow, because he's super quick, and try and get away from him. So those zombies are pretty powerful, and you're wondering, how on earth am I supposed to actually beat these zombies if they're super fast and super powerful? Wait, let me show you something. So if we go back into survival mode, let's run back to this guy. I'm going to show you a neat little trick what we can do. So this guy's in the water, right? And he's still trying to come and get me. If we keep killing him, more zombies will keep spawning, and he's just going to keep running. If we throw down a bone meal, you can see a really spooky sound just played, and he just disappeared. That's because the only way you can get rid of these zombies on the hell mode is send them straight back to hell where they came from. And the only way you can do that is if you drop a bone meal on them. So if I spawn a normal zombie, okay, it spawned a villager zombie. I don't think it will work with villagers. I don't think they've changed the villager zombies. That was like a really rare spawn. Wait, let's get a normal zombie. Okay, and then if we drop bone meal, the normal zombies won't get sent back. That's because these aren't the zombies that have respawned. So if we just kill another one just so I can demonstrate, then I can show you again. But another interesting thing you may have noticed, guys, let me just quickly take a golden apple because I don't want to die here. Another thing you may have noticed, guys, is these zombies are not burning in daylight, because that's also another thing. Oh crap, okay. He spawned the evil mini zombies. Boom! You have to hit them with the bone meal. If the bone meal doesn't land on them, then it doesn't do anything. But yeah, these zombies don't actually get damaged by the daylight anymore, so they're even more tough than what I thought they were. So that makes them even more dangerous. Okay, so now we've covered zombies, let's take a look at the second mob. So the second mob is skeletons. So this mod mainly changes the most basic vanilla mobs, is mainly what it changes. So let's summon skeletons, okay? So skeletons, you're going to see, are a lot more tough than usual. Now, we don't have shields in this version of Minecraft, unfortunately, so I can't actually spawn a shield. But let me show you. Okay, so skeletons. Boom. As you can see, after that skeleton spawned, you could see it actually had iron armor, which he wore after he spawned. So the Hell Game mode will give skeletons iron armor, which makes them have more base protection to the stats. And not only do they take iron armor and have the protection from the iron armor, which also makes them take less damage, they also just generally take less damage, and they do more damage. Now, luckily I have diamond armor, and I also have a pretty decent diamond sword, and golden apples, so you can see he's not doing much damage, but he has crazy knockback. Oh, wait, is he going to fight the zombie? Okay, I guess not. He has crazy knockback, and he has crazy damage, and look how many hits that it took to kill him. Now, when we did kill him, though, he did drop loads of bones, which is pretty awesome. But the skeletons do actually have some tricks up the sleeve, too. Not only do they spawn iron armor, but they actually fire arrows, and those arrows that miss will actually split into multiple arrows and then explode. Now, moving on to another step, which I didn't think I was going to show you yet, but apparently it's happened early. If you look in the chat, it says, "It is hell on earth." So 5 minutes after you activate the hell mode, you might hear a few scary, creepy screams, which I have. And then after this, you'll see some wither skeletons will begin to spawn. Now, these wither skeletons are new mobs. These are called the Sins, okay? And I'm probably going to end up dying to these guys because they're nearly impossible to defeat and they're pretty crazy. Basically, these guys are super tanky and nearly impossible even when you're wearing diamond armor, and for some reason these guys have just stolen all my golden apples, or I've dropped them. I think they actually make you drop items as well, which make them even more scary. So they apply wither and a few different things to you, and not only this, but everywhere they walk, they will actually create netherrack underneath their feet. So progressively, they duplicate and multiply, and more of them spawn, and then they convert your world into a netherworld. So these are just crazy buffed wither skeletons that do tons of damage. Now, luckily, if I walk far enough away from them, they will actually become bored and stop attacking me, which is good. But they'll follow you and cover you in netherrack and make a netherrack bridge until they get to you. And they take literally infinite amount of hits to actually kill them. So these guys are impossible, and they'll knock you down into ravines, they'll knock you back, and they'll just litter your world with nether blocks. So these guys are definitely kind of hard to fight, and especially since it's nighttime, these guys are going to continuously spawn. You can see that there was already 2 or 3 of them, and whilst hell mode is activated, after 5 minutes, an infinite number of these guys can continuously keep spawning, and you can barely even get away from them. These guys are super tanky, even versus diamond, and the only way to get rid of these guys is to use the stabilizer item. So if I use this on the ground here, then it will actually create 2 gold blocks, and those gold blocks will raise in the sky and then cut through the floor, just like the item we used, which actually summoned the hell difficulty. Now you're wondering, what does the stabilizer do? Well, hopefully you'll see in a few moments. Basically, the stabilizer will mean that the hell mode will stop spawning all of these evil skeletons. I'm just going to quickly set the time to day because I can't see anything. So these guys will stop spawning now that we've used the stabilizer egg. And not only will they stop spawning, but eventually it should send them back to hell too, just like we did with the zombies at the start of the video. So I'm going to try and damage these guys. Luckily, they're not actually doing much. They're just being annoying by summoning the netherrack over my head. I think at this rate, he's not actually going to drop down because he's on a higher level. So you saw that first skeleton He just dropped down and died. He just fell through the floor, right? Did you see that? Well, that same thing's going to probably happen to this second guy, probably in like 30 seconds. Basically, the stabilizer will disable these guys spawning and then it'll send them straight back to where they came from. So that's the only way to escape them. Now you saw that guy just got attacked and just fell through the floor. He got sent back to hell. That's the only way that you can actually get rid of them on this hell mode. It's literally an impossible mode unless you actually have the right items. So that's one mob, which I didn't show you, but now I've shown you the full capabilities of them. Let's move on to creepers. Okay, so we've shown you skeletons and zombies. Creepers are the next ones, guys, okay? So creepers explode much faster. As you saw, that guy literally gave me no chance when he exploded. They explode much faster. They create a bigger boom, so you can see this guy's made an absolute crater out of the ground. This guy just obliterated everything. So they create a huge boom and they spawn a massive crater after they explode and do more damage. And this is why it's probably best that you should stick with using a bow if you want to actually attack them. Now obviously I'm foolish, so I'm just going to try and use a sword, but they basically instantly explode. So even if you knock them back, you'll take less damage, but you can't really stop them from igniting and then exploding like you usually can. So creepers are pretty crazy. Now, one other thing is creepers, when they go on netherrack, become supercharged. And when they become supercharged, they become even more overpowered. If you didn't think that was possible, they had like a 1 second explosive timer, the creepers in hell mode, but those creepers, when they become supercharged, they explode instantly. So you see that guy literally gave me no chance to escape, even less than the creeper before. Let me show you something interesting. Now we need to be in creative mode to do this, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself a bow. And you'll be wondering, why am I giving myself a bow? This is actually really important. So I'm going to spawn a creeper on here. And unfortunately, even in creative mode, they are going to explode, which is kind of annoying. So I'm going to spawn those creepers, and then I'm going to try to see if we can kill the creepers with a bow. Now, this is going to be hard, okay? But the reason you want to kill them with a bow is you can actually see on top of the creeper's head, the bow is going to let us knock them back and mean that they won't explode as fast. But there's a sword on the creeper's head. Now, we can't get this sword unless we actually kill the creeper, and we can't spawn it in creative mode either. So when this creeper explodes inevitably in a few seconds, which it didn't, luckily I got the sword, then we wouldn't have been able to get it, but we managed to get it. So this sword is called Sword of the Undead. Okay, this is a really overpowered sword, which I'm going to show you in a few moments, which stops the mobs from being as powerful in hell mode, which is something we're really going to need when we play this mode, because trust me, you've not seen the last of it just yet. So I've shown you the creepers. Let me now show you spiders. Okay, so spiders is next up in the roster to show you. So spiders, they take a lot less damage than usual. They're much quicker to move. Obviously, they're not going to be aggressive like normal in daytime unless you punch them. Not only are they a lot quicker, they move lightning fast, even quicker than cave spiders, which is ridiculous. Look how fast this guy's moving. There's actually no chance for me to hit him. And they also spin webs. So unless they stop, you can't really do anything to them. So they spin webs and block you in webs, which you can only destroy if you have a sword. And they don't just put webs on top of you, they literally throw webs at you. So you'll see webs just gliding across the map, and you'll wonder, where does that web come from? And then the spider threw it on you. So these guys move super quick. So these are literally hell, spiders from hell, trust me. And they're just super powerful. Without these golden apples, this thing would literally tear me to shreds. So, okay, it says it's hell on earth mode again. So those wither skeletons are going to spawn. Now that I've shown you all the mobs, let me show you something interesting. Let's use this Sword of the Undead. So let's switch our diamond sword for this sword, which seems to only be an enchanted iron sword, but it's actually much better than the diamond. This sword stops zombies from spawning additional zombies when you fight them, okay? So let me go back and get our zombie spawn eggs out of here. So before these evil wither skeletons tear me to shreds again like before, let me summon a zombie and show you that when we kill a zombie with this sword activated, they won't actually spawn the additional zombies when they die. So, okay, that's also another thing which happens. The zombie only takes 2 hits to kill, which is pretty crazy. So the zombies only take 2 hits to kill with this sword, and they don't spawn any zombies upon death. So that's why this sword's so awesome. And also, skeletons usually, when they fire arrows at you, I don't think you managed to see this before, but when they fire arrows at you, if those arrows miss, then the arrows will split and explode. Now you can see those arrows kind of split. When you have this sword out, the arrows won't split. So this skeleton's got an aimbot, but let's see if we can miss. He can miss me. Shoot another arrow. Okay, they're just normal arrows that go on the floor. They don't split and explode when you use this sword. And obviously when we use this sword on the skeleton, it only takes 3 hits to kill it. So this sword is just really broken and overpowered versus literally every mob in this game mode. So that's another cool thing about the sword. The next cool thing is the sword stops spiders from actually spinning webs on you. So if you attack this spider with a sword, it doesn't actually spin webs on you. You can see it looks like it's shooting webs still, but it doesn't actually throw them down on top of you. So it also stops spiders from being overpowered. Now let's attack these wither skeletons with it. So they're trying to trap me in blocks right now, so this is not good. Let me take a golden apple. These guys are walking on top of me. Okay, I'm stuck. I literally can't get out. Okay, I didn't plan for that. I probably shouldn't have dropped underground. Okay, I think we're going to need to get into creative mode to escape this one, boys. Okay, so what to do versus these wither skeletons? Well, you can already see there's a ton of them. So as you can see, if we attack these wither skeletons, they're still super overpowered. You can see these guys are still not dying, right? So even this sword is really hard still to kill the wither skeletons. So let me use something else. So the only last egg I haven't used is the restorer. So let's use the restorer, throw it down on the ground, and this will cost 1 diamond. So after you use 1 diamond, it'll drill into the ground, and this will stop hell mode from being activated in the mod. So now we've deactivated hell mode, so these skeletons will momentarily, if we just wait a few moments again, they will get sucked back down. So one of them's dropped. Now let's just wait for these 2 other ones to be victims to it. So these 2 other skeletons will drop to the ground in a moment. So we're just waiting for that. Oh, okay, I dropped to the ground. That's pretty ironic, right? We fly up in creative mode. They're still here. Oh, okay, 1 fell. So now there's just 1 last guy to get disappeared. So this guy will inevitably fall because we've deactivated hell mode. And that means that all of the other mobs I showed you, the zombies, the spiders, and the skeletons, won't be overpowered anymore or have any special abilities. Now this guy's attacking me, but little does he know in a few moments, he's just going to be dust. Which actually happened after I said it, which is pretty funny. So that's hell mode in Minecraft. If you guys want to download it, the video to the original creators video will be linked in the description so you can check it out and use the command block for yourself and spawn this really crazy machine contraption here which activates the game mode. But this is a load of fun. It made all the vanilla mobs crazy overpowered, have some bonus special abilities, and it was really interesting to see how overpowered mobs in Minecraft can really be. So if you liked the video, make sure to like it and subscribe with the notifications turned on so you don't miss any more Minecraft videos on the channel and Minecraft mods, and follow me on Instagram at thebluecrusader for more updates. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.